gorgeous in Stoke.
Oh,
And the palm
yeah.
trees are swaying gently. So yeah, absolutely delightful. I do have one little question for you. Why is the countdown clock showing 21 seconds until we go live?
Because it is 18 seconds before that clock disappears and we appear. Basically, we're going live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and our website. So they have different connection times. So to make sure that we're actually live on all of them, then that card and say hello. Right. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Now he's waiting to see if we went live or not. So, oh, wait a minute. All right. Okay. I can see the sun shining in Stoke, Stephen. I can see it.
It's a little bit overpowering my screen, isn't it? On my camera.
Okay. And John is down in the staging area, and I can see his name. I can't see his camera. If you're joining us live on Facebook, hello, do say hello. And our first message of the day is from Krista Bowen, and he's saying, congratulations. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. So I'm trying to wait for John. Might be, yeah, okay.
Something's been delivered for him, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thing to be fashionably late, isn't it? It's a thing. Yeah. You let the party start and you turn up. And we say good morning to our second guest. Morning, Corinda. Corinda's in London. Chris is in Belgium. We are international. So good morning. And I've got a message. John, can you refresh? Because I can't see you unless I've got two of you. Nope, I've only got one of him and there's nothing there. So, and from Corinda again, what a brilliant parliamentary meeting yesterday. That's a point. Corinda joined in on a Zoom meeting from the House of Commons yesterday. He's a very brave man, you think. I can imagine that it was interesting, to say the least. But we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the fact that this, and I don't know where John is, or Peter. Welcome to the show. Blabbing for Britain this is episode 300, incredibly. And 6 years of going live, and we've been on every platform you can dream of, and many you've forgotten. Do you remember Smile Time? Do you remember Huzzer? Do you remember Blab? Okay,
we've been here. Is that the one that never worked?
That's Blab was the one that just disappeared overnight. They closed the doors because they only had a few 100,000 users. Okay, and we're going to say good morning, Peter.
Yes, Peter.
And in true tradition, Peter's
That's it, exactly.
I was miming.
Oh, right. Thank you for that. We've had so many mishaps over the years, though, Peter. How are you?
I'm okay. I've been sitting all morning trying to get my iPad to come to the guest link, but it didn't work. And
I don't think it works on our iPad OS.
It didn't work on the Samsung phone.
Okay.
It doesn't deal with that. And then I tried on my iPad, but it keeps going to ask to sign up. Anyway, I couldn't get on my iPad. I still haven't got my Facebook on here, so that's how I am this morning. But is this the 300th anniversary?
Yes, it is.
And have you heard from John?
John's tried to get in. I saw him. Well, I didn't see him, but I felt his presence. Anyway, let's get. Well, how are things in Stoke, Stephen?
On your 300s?
Stoke, as I mentioned earlier, bright sunshine, palm trees swaying gently on the beach. Oh, as I often say, it's gorgeous in Stoke. Yeah, Can't beat it. It's a bit chilly outside, but put the heating on, and as an old man, it's nice and warm and toasty.
Yeah, the heating's definitely on today, and it's catch up with Corinda because he's going full pelt. Corinda was on a Zoom meeting from the House of Commons yesterday. He met Boris. Okay, that's probably the only political statement we'll actually have on today. I didn't know Teresa got a beard. Who's Teresa? I don't know. We'll go with the comments while everybody settles down. Peter, Corinda loves your background.
Yes, you can find it on internet. It's not my house.
And 300, wow, yeah, we've been doing this, as Stephen and I were talking earlier, we've been doing this for 6 years. And time flies by. Time has flown by. I'm just checking again to see whether I can't see John's camera. John, can you come in without wait a minute, it says John's. Can you come in without XSplit? Yeah, just you. I mean, I've done the same this morning. Peter's got a background, Stephen and I don't, and John's got nothing at the moment. And a comment from Corinda, which is coming in, and a question for you, Peter. How's your blood pressure these days?
Yeah, well, where am I? I just mute. Can you hear me?
You can hear you. You're frozen, but
yeah, I know. I've actually put the pause on because I'm going to make a coffee.
Make a coffee?
What happens during
You're in the forefront of broadcasting technology.
Yes, this is how casual our one is. Now, so Corinda asked a question there. I'll answer it. Corinda, I've lost 2 stone since February. Okay, and I am going to get all my blood pressure and things done, sure. But my blood pressure's good. My sugar level is very good. I done some exercising yesterday. So yes, and I haven't looked at politics for ages either. And because I'm losing interest, because they're all a bunch of liars. That's me.
Okay.
I think we can all agree with that, Peter.
Yeah. And we've got congratulations from Nick. Thank you to Nick. And let's follow it up by multitasking Peter. There you are. And over to Corinda, and Corinda saying, here the Amazon Live guru, Nick Wood. Indeed, it was the Amazon Live guru, Nick Wood. And Nick, you've just been called a guru. Now, we do know that you can't call yourself a guru. Other people have got to. So there you have it. We'll keep it on screen for a moment, but Amazon Live guru, Nick Wood. Okay, now we're not on Amazon Live today. I've got to say, though, we did do an Amazon Live, Blabbing for Britain, and that's the first time I ever made any money on Blabbing for Britain. So, okay, comment coming in 3, 2, 1. It's when is Amazon going to be in the UK? I don't know, Corinda. I don't know. I mean, Amazon.com has had Amazon Live for Nick saying he'll take that being a guru. Amazon Live has been on Amazon.com for 12 months. I don't know. I mean, basically, you've got to make a success of it on Amazon.com and then bring it over here. And Nick is a cooking guru too. Okay. Did you know, Stephen, that Nick Wood does he does a cooking show every Tuesday at 10 a.m. with a dare in Australia on a boat, and they have an Aussie UK cooking contest.
Wow.
Yeah.
That a little bit like those MasterChef nonsenses.
Oh, it's nothing like that. I mean, they just have an amazing time actually cooking edible dishes. They They do a different recipe each week, which is suggested by the audience or agreed on by Adair and Nick. And they cook it from start to finish. So they take the raw ingredients and they go all the way through. And over to Corinda. Wow, I went on Amazon now. 100 people live on Amazon Live. Don't think so. I question that, Corinda, because it's 11 minutes past 5 in the morning on Amazon Live. Okay. That's the thing you've got to bear in mind when you're going on Amazon Live. Right, I can now take positive action. I can hide that card. And we've now got a situation, as we said, good timing, as we say, good morning, John.
Good morning.
Morning, dude.
Taken me 10 minutes to get seen. I could see the card and nothing else when I came in the studio. In the end, I've had to reboot my machine.
Right, okay.
Happy birthday, everyone, though.
Happy birthday, John. 300 not out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a cricket reference.
So, how many years has that been together?
It's 6 years.
6 years.
6
Yeah,
years.
we've been doing this.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
And I actually met a man on the internet for the first time about 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Aberdeen has not met devisers yet.
Yeah, one day.
One
Do you
day.
know something? I go on a show. I listen into it. Goes on to LinkedIn Live, right? And they've got a bit where they've got a 3-minute. You can say it, let me in, and they'll choose you. Not a lot of people volunteer, but unfortunately, so remember it's on LinkedIn, and there was quite a lot of people there, and I think they get up to about 50, 60. And the guy came in, it was really bad innuendo, telling us about his business tools. And it was so bad that I left. I was cringing. Got a lot of ladies and everything out there. And at this time in the morning, what do you think? What do you think?
I think that we should all be respectful of each other. Simple as that. I mean, that's basically part of the reason.
Yeah, well, it wasn't attacking anybody. It was this lewd and just innuendo. I just thought it was too much. Do you think I should write to the host and say, here is the reason I left at that point?
That's a damn good question, but I don't know what the answer is. Are you going to go back?
Yeah, it's on every Thursday morning now, and it's a guy in Aberdeen that's throughout.
And is he going to be on it again?
Sorry?
Is he going to be on it again?
Oh, the guy runs it, but it's quite popular.
Has anybody else moaned about it?
Well, not that I know of, but I'm certainly going to, I think I am going to say, look, because I'm actually going to sponsor one of them, because a lot of people from Aberdeen look into it, and I'm going to do a £50 Amazon voucher, and I'm also going to get interviewed about my business at one stage as well, so people know me. And I just thought it was too much, and I never thought I would. I was cringing. Anyway, just your thoughts on it, because because mine was an open speaker. There's nobody in the house, just me and the dog. But if I had been in a family household and they had an open speaker where they're getting ready, and a lot of people are getting ready to go to their work and listen in, I just thought that was,
I think our producer would stop any of us doing that.
Yeah.
And it goes down to the sort of, well, we've been together for 6 years. I know it's virtual, but we've done 6 years worth. And we've not really, we've never been, there's been a few swear words from John occasionally, And
Not sure about that one.
Don't you remember episode 262? You nearly got banned.
Who remembers episode anything?
That's what I was thinking earlier. Oh, we must discuss the highlights of the first 300 episodes, and I can't bloody remember them.
No, if we played them back, I mean, if we sat down to watch them, we'd have to sit down for 14 days.
Oh, Christ! But you know how, I mean, I used to sell computer storage, with a big company called EMC in the States, and they were saying that like in the last 2 years, more data has been created than in the last, forever, and that the growth of data is just keeping on going up, man. So we've got 14 days worth of content sitting on servers all over the world, available for God knows how many people want to look at episode 27 or anything like that. But that content is there probably for the next, 50, 60 years.
Yes, and anything you say will be held in evidence.
I know, but my point is, it's there. Or is it? Are we a little bit like Schrodinger's disk space? I.e., if it's there, how do we know it's there until people look at it? And until that time, does it take? All these weird. It's how many of you are going to go back at any time to have a look at a particular episode?
I'm gonna go back. Not this week, but next week. I think we should go back and look at episode 50, 100, 150, 200,
Whoa.
250, and just to compare what we were talking about then, because we've been here. Just to start the ball rolling, we've been here through 3 governments. Now, they've all been the same. They've all been conservative. But we were here when Cameron was in. We were here when May was in. We're still here when Boris is doing his thing. Yeah. So we've seen off 2 governments, and we've got one we're working with at the moment, and that's a loose term. Yeah. So politics-wise, we've always been broadcasting under a conservative government.
Yeah.
We went through the financial crisis. That was 2008. That's still. Oh no, that's not. We're not that.
That's
old.
before. Yeah, we started.
Must be something.
Yeah, we can go back to 2015.
So we've been through Trump. We've been through Steve Bannon, and we'll hopefully see him indicted and jailed soon. And the world, all right, let's be honest. If you take Trump and Johnson as the sort of markers, we've seen the whole world change, and partly because of their performance. And we had the worldwide pandemic, changed the world probably forever.
Yeah,
and we're still here blabbing on about, oh, I don't know, the palm trees in Stoke, and again, it'd be interesting to go back to episode 50. And can we play them in little video screen? In one of the screen places for the greatest hits.
we could have the greatest hits, episodes 50, because basically we have changed over time. Politics has changed. So much has changed in the last 6 years. Yeah, I mean, you touched on it there. March 2020 is the day the world changed, or the month the world changed, because we've been living with COVID now and broadcasting through it. But first, we were like everybody else. We didn't know what the hell was going on. Do we know more now?
We've got lots more information, but and again, that's probably a discussion that I will have with Peter in the future. But
just the day I was watching, I watched it. Well, it was on FB actually, and I was a nurse of 31 years. She's a way to lose her job at midnight tonight.
Why?
Because she won't take the
vaccine.
Yeah, 15% of the medical workers in London, Ontario, are going to lose their jobs because they refuse, and they're already short-staffed in there as it is. I've seen policemen calling in for the last time. I've seen fire, and what they're all doing is they're all getting together and they're going to the town halls with their boots and their equipment and put them in. And I just wonder what's going to happen when they realise we are 15% down. There were 70 policemen in one, say call it a village. Now there's only 50. And they're not able to, and they're wanting to recruit others faster to get in. And I just what's your views on that?
I think that the most important thing is that if 50 firemen are unvaccinated, then they are majorly at risk of dying and majorly at risk of infecting others. And I think that, you know, there was when Biden put out his vaccine mandate for federal employees, they were all saying, "Oh, it's going to be terrible. They're all going to leave." And in fact, it's a small 1%. And I'm doing a Peter here. I don't know the actual figure, but it's a very small percentage of people have actually left the job.
Yeah.
And I think, Christ, I think that's a brilliant thing, because if they carried on working unvaccinated, I mean, we've got it bad here. It seems to be sort of areas like Florida that it's just bloody terrible over there.
But the problem we're coming into a two-tier society. You're not allowed to wear your badge. You're not allowed on here. Now I'm vaccinated. You're not allowed on here. You're not allowed in here. You can't shop there. Where are these people going to go?
I don't know. What's the alternative? What's the alternative?
Yeah, there is. I don't think there is an alternative. Eventually, everybody's either got to get the vaccine or have had COVID. Yeah?
So what
There's
if
the only two options.
But
And
people with religious grounds are losing their jobs too because they refuse to get vaccinated.
Well, the religious thing is actually irrelevant in that scenario. They refused the vaccine, therefore they got sacked. That's the issue. Whether they're religious or whether they're stupid or whether they're evil or whether they're ignorant, it's irrelevant to the debate almost. If you've not taken the vaccine, if you've refused something which definitely works to absolutely reduce the effect of COVID, that's your decision. And I don't, as I said, I don't know what the alternative is. There isn't one.
Right. I've got a question for Peter. You don't have to answer it, so don't feel under any obligation. Okay, you employ staff.
Yes.
Your staff go into people's homes.
Yes.
Are your staff vaccinated?
Luckily, all my staff are vaccinated. I had one guy who didn't last that long, and I says, "Are you vaccinated?" No. As an employer, you've got to be very careful because the government didn't demand that my staff be vaccinated. I says, but I did say if the government turned round and say you need to be vaccinated, then we may have to discuss that. But what a lot of people are doing, they're going to their work and the boss will say you've got to be vaccinated. What they're not giving them, because I've seen it, say, fine, you're letting me go because could you give me my termination letter, please? And they won't give it. Give me my termination letter saying the reason why. They are not giving it because when I get my termination letter, I will be taking you to court. And then I wonder if your government's going to back you. And a lot of people have said, so you're sacking me. No, you don't have the vaccine. Well, that case, give them a termination letter to the reasons why. No, why are they not giving that termination letter?
Because nobody's tested it. Nobody's tested it in the law.
And then employers are, because that's what, look, say it happened to me, I said, when I go to the government, see, because of your policy, someone's taking me to court. Are you backing me? Oh, no, that's not.
Well, what, little Nicky will look after you.
Will she?
Haven't you got a special relationship with Nikki?
I mean, the thing is, I've got no comment, but one guy jumped into a taxi in Scotland, and the guy says it was some Londoner journalist, right? And the taxi driver says, "Don't you listen to everything you hear about Nicola Sturgeon's government."
Ooh.
A lot of people do not like her because there's a big divide.
Go on. Spill the beans.
So there's a big divide between Unionists and there's a lot of Protestant Catholic things as well, you know. But let me tell you about inner London. See before the referendum.
Mm-hmm.
A guy in Aberdeen who runs a comedy club, he's a bit funny actually himself, and he says, "Peter, I've got a journalist coming up from London, I think Radio 4 or something." And the guy, he says, "Do you want to come and talk to him about it?" I says, "Yeah." And I think I was on radio and everything, and recording it. And I said to the guy, "We are going to Brexit." And he went, "Oh, you're an interesting man." And I says, "And here's why, blah, 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 blah." And I says, "And you remember to come back to me when it happens." He says, "Oh, yes, I will." I'm still waiting. I says, "The trouble is, you're in your bubble. You're in an inner bubble, my friend. You don't get up here much." And that's what happened.
Okay, over to the comments, and Corinda's been writing away, so we'll
Right. Better put my glasses on then.
All right, okay.
Corinda's got diarrhea by the look of things.
What?
My best platform has been I'm now Haps. I'm working for Haps and I'm a moderator on there, but it isn't the same as. So Corinda is moderating the Haps group, and you spelled his name wrong again. We'll not read it out. It was Safria, and carrying on again. All right, John does have two pictures he actually shows. One is a hot air balloon. The other is a picture of cabbages.
Oh, come on. When were cabbages bright orange and what's happening next week?
What's that?
Corinda, they're not cabbages. It's a bloody pumpkin.
It wasn't Corinda who called them cabbages. It was me. I can see a pumpkin. I can see a pumpkin, and we are what? It'll be even more relevant next week. I've no doubt.
Yep.
Okay. Right. Okay. This is what we call a natural break. Stephen's gone off to make a coffee.
Stephen's run away.
To make a coffee earlier. It's my turn to go and make a coffee. The show. No, we won't do it.
Okay.
Won't do it. My coffee.
Right.
Question for
Right. Here we go.
Right.
So this is a flowering cactus.
Yes.
I've had it for about 3 years.
Is it a Christmas flowering one?
Delightful, isn't it? Absolutely delightful. This is its sister or brother.
Oh, that's very interesting.
See, it looks like a flying bird.
Did you buy them at the same time?
Yep.
Because there are different versions of them. One which flowers at Christmas and one which flowers earlier in the year.
Don't know, but aren't they bloody gorgeous?
It's really nice.
So there we go.
And that was prompted by a pumpkin patch.
all it takes is a trigger, and your thoughts go wandering, and something clicks into place. I mean, it's amazing how you can listen to a piece of music and it just takes you back to a certain.
Oh,
And
yeah.
speaking of the lunar landings, this is my famous, at least in my family.
It's show 300. Let's have, yep. Mr. Gene Turner.
And the late Captain Commander Gene Cernan. He was and still is the last man to be on the moon. So association football is going quite nice, isn't it? So what's next?
Well, in 2015, Burnley were in the Premiership. In
Oh,
2021, Burnley are in the Premiership. All I'm saying that not only has Blabbing for Britain been broadcasting consistently, but Burnley have been in the Premier League for the last 6 years. How's Stoke doing, Stephen?
Oh, I don't. I mean, I've mentioned to you previously that with everything that's gone on over the last 2 years, it's no longer a. I'm not what you would call a fan. I have a mild interest in how Stoke are doing. And if that makes me a fanboy or a fair.
No, never at all.
They're
Once a
seventh.
Stoke-
They're seventh.
They were third on Saturday.
No, they're seventh now. They weren't third on Saturday.
They were.
They couldn't have been. It's mathematically impossible because they're 5 points behind third.
If you have a look at the tables for last Saturday, my good friend, you'll see that Stoke-upon-Trent City were third. May have been third for about 20 minutes, but they were third.
All right, okay.
Well, currently they are seventh, along with QPR and Huddersfield on 21 points. And
Your
West
reality
Brom are third,
maybe
and they've got 25 points.
doesn't matter. They've won their games. We haven't.
They're doing good.
Oh, they're doing good. Yeah, they are doing good for sure. In fact, we were third, and then we lost 2-1, and that was we were 1-0 ahead with 70 minutes gone, and then we lost 2-1. Sheffield. Happy days.
Okay, now football is alive and well. I think we can agree on that. Even in the Midlands, John.
Midlands. Our claret and blue team are bloody miles in front of your claret and blue team.
We are now. We've not been for the last 6 years. Right. Okay.
They finished higher than them last year.
Yeah, sport can bring people together, or it can.
Yeah, it can, can't it? How's cricket going, Pete?
We're about to start the T20s, and we're
What's
in
the T20? Oh no!
Right, T20 is a format of the game which takes place over 3.5 hours of an evening, so that the family can come and watch.
Come and watch, so you can bore the crap out of everybody.
No. There's all sorts going on. Anyway,
any excitement or anything?
It's not even started yet, so we're just waiting. The Irish will be playing, just waiting. See what happens. Right, okay. Now, one thing that has Facebook changed over the last 6 years.
Oh God, here we go. They're talking about changing the name, changing the brand, and if you have a look on Twitter, people are suggesting what names it could have, most of which are unrepeatable here.
Yeah.
But me and Sue are almost off now. Deleting all old stuff, and it's just we're moving to for messaging. We're moving to Telegram.
Oh, you better not go on Telegram. There's things you'll see there that you might want to watch.
I'm only going on for messaging, Pete. I'm not going on for it. But one of the reasons why I'm going leaving Facebook, or whatever they call themselves, is that my ex-father-in-law died at the weekend, and I'm not active on Facebook at the moment, but my kids are, and ex-wife, and around about talking about the loss of their grandfather and dad, and it's around about just checking. Around about 6 a.m. this morning, I was checking my Facebook feed, and I've seen the first advert ever for funeral services. So it's Secure your funeral at today's price with a prepaid funeral plan. Start by selecting your age range. Unfortunately, no one is guaranteed tomorrow. So I'm most grateful to the Facebook algorithm for putting such a thing in my timeline. I've obviously been targeted because I'm linked to my kids and they're talking about that. So thanks, Facebook. And again, we can't express ourselves as we might like here. But yeah, just thought to mention that. So that's one of the reasons why I'm leaving that.
I think that
network.
anybody that depends on one platform, especially with a business, is a bit foolish, I would say, you know. And so I know one guy on YouTube, and he says, I'll be banned one day. Something will happen. He says, I've got my subscribing list, and he's got 350,000 subscribers.
Has he got a list? Has he got that? Does he have access to that list in terms of, does he know who they are, what their email addresses are, etc.?
It says, here's my website, should it happen. He's been taken down once, but he keeps winning. He keeps coming back with a valid. And what he's done, he says, if you come down, if anything happens, remember, log on so I can put you onto my emailing list. And that's what happens. A lot of people that get banned in platforms go to Telegram, they go for their videos, they go to one called Rumble, people go there, and there's also Vimeo. So always look for other platforms.
Sorry. It's Signal, not Telegram.
Signal, yeah, that's out there too. You've got to find as many platforms as you can. I mean, if anything happens to this one, Stephen, what have we got to fall back onto now, right now?
This minute?
Yeah.
We are live at the moment on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and the website.
No, I mean, the platform we're on just now. Should anything happen to it, what have we got? We've got another platform. You don't name it because you're with.
What? I'm sorry, you mean broadcasting platform?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we have choices. You've got Melon, you've got Restream, you've got a thing called StreamYard as well.
Yeah, okay, so there is plenty choices for that too, you know. In Britain, I don't see too many people using this platform, the ones that I see, you know. But
we did a broadcast yesterday on Restream. And it's 10, but Peter missed us yesterday, or we missed Peter, which we're not 10. We go live at 5 o'clock, and there are up to 10 of us on screen. And we were talking yesterday about Be Live, because if you didn't know, yesterday was Be Live's 5th birthday.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the fact that we all met on Be Live, that Be Live brought the 8 of us together. And we're just celebrating the fact that the Be Live has played a part in so many people's lives and live broadcasting, and it's all been wholly positive because we inject the negative, Be Live don't. So there you are. Let's catch up with Corinda, because Corinda's
learned how to write, or he's maybe using a speech platform. He's busy.
Corinda supports Chelsea. Well, I'm not saying anything. We're going to be kind this morning. Corinda's saying yes. And yeah. Right. If you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, thank you. We are on 2 pages where you can actually comment, and we can see your comments. And then the rest we follow up afterwards.
Did you set up that Twitter account for us, John?
No, I haven't done anything of that. I haven't been very well for the last few weeks. I haven't done a lot of things I should have done.
Yeah.
I've
still get my I can't get Facebook in here. I wish. How's a plead for anybody there? Give me a contact at Facebook. If you're listening, get in contact with me and give me a phone number so I can talk to a real person or something to get my platform back. No.
Yeah, if they had to take phone calls from 2.3 billion people, it would be stuff the system. So that's not going to happen.
Just may not.
Especially when they see it's your phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, make it easier for us to get in touch with you. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got money to spend on a Facebook ad, but I can't. Will that make you jump?
The quickest solution, Peter, is to make someone else an admin of your pages.
Right.
And then set up a new account, forget the old one, and then get added back as an admin on the pages.
Oh, who wants to be admin on my pages? Who would like that?
I'm safe. I can do that. I don't do anything that I shouldn't do.
Right, I'll talk to you about that later. I'll join a few. I'll make you both admins if you want.
Yeah.
My other club that I'm in, my weight loss, well, it's called Keto Fitness Club. They actually had a thing yesterday. Congratulations to them. They got their 10,000th subscriber for their cooking live and things on YouTube. Yeah. So they are doing well with that, and they actually from YouTube they get a lot of people joining the club. They get a lot of people joining.
Nick and I, talking of YouTube, I'll just find Nick for a moment. Nick and I now have on our YouTube accounts the community tab. You used to have 1,000 subscribers to get the community tab. Now you have to have 500, so half the number.
Right.
So we've got the community tab, and we obviously at some point we'll work out what to do with it. I know Molly Mahoney has actually got hers working. So community, you could do it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So we've done football, we've done cricket, we've done politics, we've done health.
Okay. Do you
Right,
know,
okay.
I learned something new during COVID. Apart from the cooking, first one's the cooking and the keto. But do you know what I've learned this week? Unfortunately, Sheila's mum's very ill, so she's away for a fortnight at a time now. I've had to learn how to use a washing machine because I've never done it.
Congratulations.
And you know something? I looked up YouTube, I got the name of it, and there's one thing that I can do better than Sheila with now in the washing machine. Because I press all my own shirts and trousers. And I can't stand it when I press my shirts and the trace of crinkles in them, no matter how hard I press. I found out how to work the button for non-creasing, which Sheila hasn't used.
You found the button.
The button, options, push, the job done. Do you do your own ironing?
I've got a question for you, Peter.
Yeah.
What is ironing?
You don't iron?
No.
Wow.
Neither does Angelica. Well, Angelica, on a special occasion, Angelica will iron, but we don't iron. All my shirts just don't need ironing. Shirts don't need ironing. So that's it. T-shirts, you just fold them and they naturally go.
Meet people if I meet people and they've got a shirt on that's not pressed, I can't help saying, I say, what did you press that with an accordion? You know?
Well, it's obviously destined that we're never going to meet, Peter, because if my shirts aren't ironed, we're stuffed.
Yeah.
It's just.
What responses do you normally get to your scruffy?
I can't remember, but I think I've got Tourette's. I just say it, and I can't help it. And I look at their shoes and I'll say, have your shoes never heard of Blake? Remember Blake?
Oh, yeah.
Polish.
Yeah.
No, I can't help it. No, especially if guys work for us. Have you never heard of Blake? But if there's one thing that's happened with me in my business life, I've had to regards shaving and a couple of other things. I've had to turn a blind eye, and it hurts me. I've had to go with the flow of not having ties and things anymore, you know. So what I do, actually, this is what I do now. I say, guys, what do you like to wear on your working day? That's the new Peter.
Ah,
What do you like to wear? They say this and that. I say, you're not getting it. How's your tie and shirt? But no, I do ask them that. What do you want? What boots do you like? What's comfy boots? And what would you like to? Because you've got to think as you're moving about, you know. And look, a trendy young business.
no.
And there was silence.
What?
I had to wear a suit a couple of weeks ago, and actually have to say it was a pleasure, because I used to have to wear a suit every day,
Yeah,
and it was a pain in the arse. Yeah.
yeah.
But now it's a pleasure.
So
To
we're
wear
we're the generation where having a sharp suit, or even having a nice. I mean, I remember when Christ, it must have been about 30 years ago, and I bought my first suit that was over 100 quid, and I thought, my God! But you're right, and it was double-breasted. You don't get double-breasted ones anymore, do you? And I was working out of London, and you know the big I am and all that, but it did not feel nice. It was nice. It was dark blue with little multicolored. I can even remember little tiny threads running through it. Beautiful piece of kit.
I've got a suit in the wardrobe that I've had for 40 years. Well, almost 40 years. It's the suit I've got married in. Could I get it on? No chance, because it's a 32 waist and I need a 42 waist these days.
My
Ooh.
For some reason.
Elastic is your friend.
Sorry?
Elasticated trousers are your friend.
No. But it hangs in the wardrobe. It is even in a suit cover.
Yeah.
Celia's got her dress under the bed in a box. And
I reckon that for episode 301, we should all wear our wedding suits.
There's no way I get
Mine
mine
long
on.
gone. Long
It's
gone.
a 38 chest and I need a 44 these days.
Well,
I have worn my wedding suit about 18 months ago. And I think
Yeah,
it'll fit.
but that's because you only got married 18 bloody months ago. Whereas come April, Celia and I have been married 4
can I
years.
tell you something? I went to a network meeting the other day. A guy that gives me business for singing and that, running karaoke and things. He says, Peter, could you come along to BNI as a guest? I says, for you, right? He says, come as an entertainer. And it was, I don't know what day it was, a guest day, but it was like an event theme actually. And there was a funeral celebrant. There was an undertaker and a couple of others. So it was quite a big one actually. 40 odd people in the room. And I got up and I sang because I was there. I was like, hello again. It's nice to see some friends again. Well, maybe some of you. And then I went in. In the end of it, the funeral director, who I know anyway, he says, have you ever thought of becoming a funeral celebrant, Peter? And the funny thing is, I have, because a guy called Neil Dorward runs an £800 course, by the way, to become a funeral celebrant. And I've been asked that quite a few times recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. I've hope from me yet. He says, you'd make a few bob at it, Peter.
Right. I'm just going to check in with my waist size on episode 300 of Blabbing for Britain. My waist size was 32 inches. Just saying. Okay.
Well, now or 6 years ago.
No, it was 6 years ago. It was 36. Now it's 32.
Well, Very good. Well, I'm a 30 now, and I wear a grey suit to go on the stage, and I look pencil thin, right? And it feels great. And this was the suit that I bought after my bypass because I'd lost so much weight.
Yeah.
And then I put on weight. Now I've taken it off, and it feels great. Even I can even put my thumb in a little bit in between it, so that's marvelous. Yes.
And just catching up with Corinda, I think we're actually, yeah, okay, so we're good on there. What topics have we not covered yet?
Right.
Do we talk about transport?
Go on.
Car, motorways, trains, HS2?
Have you noticed that around about half of the UK railway companies are now in public hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time we went back to
ScotRail's
British
the
Rail.
next one, apparently.
You mentioned motorways and HS2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can say that both of those affected me yesterday because I was going up the M42 and underneath the new HS2 bridge, it was synced down to a single lane because they've got some poor bloke working on some bolts on the side of the bridge. So there you are, motorway and HS2, because the new bridge is by Birmingham Airport and the NEC.
Okay, let's move on swiftly to James Bond. Anybody seen it?
Not yet, no.
Won't be rushing to the cinema.
Neither will I.
I will be going.
Hmm.
Have you been, Stephen?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Saw it on the equivalent of IMAX at Stafford, Odeon Stafford, because Sue works there, you know.
Yeah.
And absolutely wonderful film. Wonderful.
I went off the Bond films. I just like Sean Connery's and Roger Moore and these people. That's
Daniel Craig is James Bond. He's the current James Bond.
Well, he really is Commander Bond, isn't he? Because he was made a commander in the Royal Navy 3 weeks ago.
No way.
He is now a representative for the Royal Navy, and if you do a quick Google, you will see him in full naval uniform with his commander's stripes.
Until he says something wrong. Hey, incidentally, Stephen, are you going to a pest control exhibition this year like you keep saying you're going to?
No, of course not.
Right. I'm actually taking the overnight train from Aberdeen, a sleeper train, and then I'm heading up to Milton Keyes. But I went on and I told you this, it was £100 each way. Then they put it up and they put it up. So I went back incognito and I got it for £100 each way.
I know you've been there before.
Yeah. So I'm catching, it's a new sleeper train. They're supposed to be quite comfy. And so I'll be going on a train. And I'll be sitting in my own room with Wi-Fi and everything.
I went on the train into Birmingham, which has free Wi-Fi.
Right.
Clickety click. Oh, it's gone. Clickety
Oh
click.
no, it's.
I went back to, God,
4G.
No, 5G. 5G. I'm lucky enough to have.
Sorry, John. I didn't realise.
I'm in Birmingham area. Yeah, not in the sticks.
I'm the same. Oh, would you like a new 5G phone cell? So show me in Aberdeen where I get 5G. Oh,
Exactly.
Show me
where I get 5G.
Yeah.
Well,
do you not think in this day
we
and
had a
age,
5G mast installed at the front of the allotments in the road, but only a metre between the fence and the 5G mast. The local bastards burnt it down.
Oh yeah, because conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I mean this was 6 months ago. There's a new mast there now, and nobody's attempted to burn it. However, the original thought of it being conspiracy theorists went very quickly because when they opened the cabinets, all the wire had been taken.
Ah, right, okay.
I've just been on to interweb, and you're right, Commander Bond. Daniel
Well, he's not.
Craig.
He's actually Commander his own name, but yeah.
Right? Oh, okay.
Commander Craig.
It's
If that's his right name.
It actually does say Craig on the uniform if you look at it.
That's a brilliant publicity move by the Navy.
Do you remember when he started out and it was a thing called Our Friends in the North? Do you remember it?
Nope, carry on, Peter.
So if you look up Our Friends in the North, it was a real James Nesbitt and everybody was in it at the beginning.
I
And
remember vaguely seeing one of those and thinking, is this some people that were in another program that have all been into a new program that's redeveloped?
yeah, well, it's Our Friends in it, and it was about people having friends in Newcastle, I think it was, and they were growing up, and you seen them as they grow up, and it was quite gritty and real. So I really enjoyed it, and a lot of them went on to fame.
Yeah.
It was one of
I've
them.
got 4 minutes to go, and I've got something else to go to. So can I just say congratulations once again, everybody. Pats on backs.
Team effort. Yeah.
And see what I mean. What sort of country do you think we'll have it when it's 500 episodes?
I was hoping nobody would say that.
A Stalinist government. And we'll all be doing what Peter tells us to do because he'll be the head of the government.
You won't be able to do it. By that time, internet platforms like this will be gone. It'll be one platform.
And Scotlandistan will be its own country, and we won't be allowed to talk to Peter without a passport.
I've only got one wish for episode 500, and that's for the 4 of us to actually be here.
Brilliant.
Well, it's another 4 years, isn't it, to get to 500?
It is, yeah. And I'm the oldest, so if I'm going to be here, you lot are going to be here.
I don't think any of us is planning to leave.
I'll probably be about 67.
The mortal coil or whatever it's called.
I'll be
the next
65.
4 years. You'll be how old?
65 in 4 years' time.
Oh, you're just a youngster, though, aren't you?
An old man.
4 years' time, I'll be knocking on the door of 70. So.
Whoa!
I stopped counting long ago.
Stephen will have passed the door of 70.
Shut up, John.
Stephen.
It should be everybody's inalienable right to mention their age or not for other people to hint.
I only said vaguely. I didn't say what your real age was. You're 7 years old.
Thank you.
I think I'm younger looking than I am.
Okay, and thank you to Chris. And yeah, Chris has just said brilliant wish, and yeah, that's just the one wish I have. Right, okay, for the 300th time, John, it's over to you.
There's 2 minutes left. You really want me to talk for 2 minutes?
I've got 1 minute.
Okay, everybody. We started on Blab a very long time ago. It was Stephen and I originally because we were local friends, and then we became internet friends, and then Stephen moved south, but we won't go into that. I blame his lady for that. And then we're still here. So it's goodbye from the man in Scotland. Wave, you bugger. Come on, wave. Oh, wave. See, that's the Scottish enthusiastic wave. From Wiltshire, we have Stephen with a really enthusiastic Stonehenge style wave. And then from Stoke-on-Trent, climbing up the palm tree and pretending to be the Queen at the same time, we have our man in Stoke. And then it's me in the West Midlands. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from all 4 of us. See you at 3:01.
Wish me luck as you wave me goodbye. Cheerio, I go on my way.